Good evening, Gary Smith. Thank you for joining us here at Still Park after this 2-2 away pre-season draw. Would you say that's our toughest test so far?
Yeah, definitely a tough test. Corby, they were very workmanlike, and they put a few heavy challenges in and around the park today. Some of them I wasn't very happy about, but we're going to face that because of the way we play. The lads are just going to have to learn to deal with it, and hopefully going forward the referees will look after the players when you see tackles flying around like they were this evening. I wasn't too impressed, but hopefully going forward, players will get protection, because it's just not right really. But definitely a tough test. We lost Joe Magunda earlier on to ankle injury, and it kind of like threw us a little bit. I thought the shape of the side went after Joe came off, Bez came off. We swapped Reece Unis from down the middle and put him out wide. I think the shape of the side kind of went a little bit this evening. We were a little bit disappointed about several crosses that were allowed to go into our box today as well. That wasn't pleasing, but we did play some nice football. We played some good football at times, and we took a 2-goal lead. I thought we should have sustained that lead, and we could have scored a few more with some better balls into the box. We had decent opportunities to put the ball in the box on more than one occasion, but some of the deliveries tonight were not on point.
So deliveries from our point of view, perhaps not quite good enough at times, but also you're disappointed with the fact that the opposition managed to get some crosses in which we didn't defend well enough.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you could hear us shouting it during the game to stop the crosses from going in. Something that we'll analyse, and we'll definitely deal with it on the training ground. It will be something that I'm sure Andrew wants to get his teeth into, because obviously, like I said, we weren't very happy about the crosses that were going into the box. We'd have to defend them a lot better than what we did.
Well, in your explanation there, Gary, you've actually answered a couple of my points that are coming up, so thank you for that. Is there any news on the injuries to Joe Magunda, Ryan Bezic and Charlie Shaw this evening?
Ryan Bezic is fine, he'll be fine. Joe Magunda, obviously, he'll be assessed and we'll find out, but I don't think it's going to be a long-term injury that will keep him out. Charlie Shaw, on the other hand, I think Charlie Shaw now needs to definitely rest that knee and get it treated properly before he returns to train again, because he's still carrying it. You can see that, and it's a shame for him because he has done well, and obviously he's keen, he wants to play, so you can't knock him for that. But when you're suffering with an injury, it's no point in trying to play on it, making it worse. You're not doing yourself justice, and you're not going to do the rest of the team justice either, carrying an injury. So he'll have to get that assessed, and then we'll see how long it is before he can actually return to training.
It's obviously not good news for Charlie, but better news for Bears and for Joe, you say? Yeah,
it should be fine. Joe should be fine. Obviously, the physio's going to deal with it. We'll find out a bit more tomorrow how he is.
Okay, thank you. So far in pre-season, Gary, we've scored 15 goals, and they've been spread around the side as well, which is really important, we feel, going into the new season. What does it mean from your point of view? Because you've obviously got an embarrassment of riches there.
It's always good when you have goals all around the park, and that's always a good sign. Sometimes you can rely heavily on your strikers to always score the goals, but it's nice when you've got midfielders or defenders who can chip in as well, and that's good for us going forward if we can continue that.
With the game being on a Wednesday evening as opposed to a Tuesday, how has that upset the routine really this week with the training?
Yeah, there's things that I know Andrew wanted to work on the training ground yesterday, but because of today's game and because of the development squad training as well, it made it difficult for us to get out onto the training park, so we didn't get a chance to really work on some things that we probably would have put into action during the game this evening. It is kind of disruptive because obviously, you know, being a Wednesday then throws you off for your Thursday as well going into the next game. But there are some lads coming in tomorrow. I know Andrew's keen to get them in, and I know that will definitely happen for sure, and we'll be working on a few things going into the next game.
I guess one of those players that you're alluding to, maybe Aaron Ford, who's been out with after thumb surgery. Would he be getting some running around?
He'll be doing some running.
Yeah.
Cast, he's still got the cast on, but it's just a protective one now. Running is the most he'll be able to do, obviously, in terms of physical contact. There won't be none for a little short while, but it'd be good to get him back up and running as well, and it gives us another option in terms of picking the side. Gives us another option in terms of numbers as well, so that's something that's going to be good for us going forward into the next few games.
And this evening again, Gary, we're without. It's been a little bit like this through pre-season, where players have been unavailable for different reasons and injuries as well. And this evening was no different, where we didn't have the services of Greg Casaboni still. Aaron Ford, we've mentioned Ahmed Obeng, and there's a couple more as well. I wonder if you can just give us an update on the reasons why those players weren't with us this evening.
Ahmed obviously he tailors his work around football, and you mentioned it earlier about being a Wednesday, so that was a major problem for him. Obviously coming into today's game, he couldn't get himself out of work in time. Casaboni's still having treatment. The knee's still not 100% yet. We're hoping for maybe in the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, that we can get him up and running. Ford, as I've already told you, he'll start his training, his rehabilitation will start, obviously doing some running without the physical contacts, and then we should be up to full.
Okay, now you've also said in the press recently that you've agreed yourselves and Thomas Bailey on an 18-man squad to run with. And of course I've been asking you for every interview we've done as we've gone along, are you any closer to defining that 18 really?
We've got an idea of the 18. We've still got a player that we are trying to sign. Hopefully that will go through before the end of this week, and that should give us a clear indication of where we are.
Can I ask if that player has played for us so far pre-season, or is he a completely new player to Tamworth?
Completely new player.
Thank you. Okay, that's it for this evening, Gary. Thank you very much. I'll catch up with you again after the Baseford United game on Saturday.
Cheers, thank you.